Hello folks, welcome to day 5 of our advent calendar. I hope you're having a brilliant Christmas. I know I am. Well, I'm not in Christmas yet, but we're 5 days in, which is good. And today I have a little interview that we did with Doris, who is the makeup designer on Torchwood in the first 3 seasons. And this was conducted by one of our executive producers for The Hub, who was sadly left due to workload. However, she did put a lot of effort into The Hub. I don't think we would have been able to do it without her. And it's with and she did a great interview. It's an over-the-phone interview, so if you can't hear the quality at times, I do apologise. However, I hope you enjoy it, and you can read the interview. We have cut it down a little bit for time. You can hear the interview, you can read it in full, over in The Hub, which you can download for free, and you can buy it. You can buy the full audio on the Obsession CD, which you can also buy on our site. Don't forget the sale, which we launched, ends on the 15th of December, because we are going to have to get all your orders out by then. I hope you're having a great Christmas so far, and I'll see you very soon, tomorrow.
A BAFTA award-winning hair and makeup designer. You've worked on many TV programmes, including Doctor Who and Torchwood. What inspired you to become a makeup designer?
Well, I actually designed makeup on Torchwood for the last 3 episodes. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Alright. It was something I always wanted to do, really, because I was a hairdresser before that. I always wanted to be in makeup. And, it's just something I've always wanted to do.
Thank you. So, working on a show like Torchwood must have been sort of quite different from what you'd been used to. Was there any sort of challenges at all for you?
The high definition was the biggest challenge, because with high definition, all makeup, everything you do or done before had to change, because we had to learn how to airbrush makeup and just completely change the look of makeup, because it had to look very natural. And because also in Torchwood there was a lot of night work and there was a lot of rain, we had to have an awful lot of makeup that was waterproof as well. So the high definition just changed the look of what makeup we used. So I had to completely retrain myself in different types of makeup.
Out of the cast of Torchwood, was there sort of like a particular person that you liked sort of working with the most, or?
God, no, they were all fantastic.
Yeah. Every
single one of them were just about the best actors I've ever worked with. All of them, they were really good fun. And it was hard work, but they were all good fun. And John Barham in particular kept everybody's spirits.
I can imagine. When working with things like scars, for example, like Gray's face scar, was that achieved with makeup, or was that sort of like prosthetics?
Gray's face scar? No, that was prosthetics. I made that. I sort of designed it. We had to, in the story, we had to show something that he'd been captured and taken away and stuff like that. So we needed to make something. So I decided to I spoke to Julie and said, look, what if we give him like a brand, like he's been branded like an animal kind of thing. So that's how that came about. So I made that up on a little template and we put it on every time.
Cool. So the one episode that always stands out to me is the Something Borrowed, when Gwen gets married and the Nostrovite takes on several images of the guest. Did that sort of present any challenges at all?
Trying to get everybody with these contact lenses, trying to get all the contact and all the teeth the same, the Nostrovite teeth, and the nails kept falling off. But that was something else, wasn't it? Trying to get all those, get them all looking the same, with the veins and the red eyes and the nails and the teeth. Because of course, when you've got about 5 different actors, all in different parts of the country, and you've got, you're trying to make the teeth so that they all look the same, and you're trying to get all these different people to make them so they're exactly the same. But I managed that. I got them all the same and got all the nails and everything.
I'd say that was one of my favourite episodes, actually, for sort of like the effects and that.
Yeah, it was good, that one, yeah. And Gwen's hair, Eve Mills' hair, I used to have to do that twice a day because of all the running around, you know. You can imagine by lunchtime we had a different set of hair pieces that I just put straight back on and hair again at lunchtime.
Yeah, so with the sort of like more detailed rooms, such as the Captain John's raw flesh room that had to be revealed beneath his wrist strap.
Yeah.
Sort of how did you go about that? Because that did look really realistic to me.
Right. Well, I can't remember who the director was on that one, but I remember telling him that he got one shot at it because basically when we ripped that off, it took me about 3 hours to make it and put it back on again.
Yeah.
I said, so when we do it, when we reveal in the take, you've only got one go at it. So, you know, as the director, you've got to get it right. Anyway, we done it, and he said, can we go again? So, yeah, no, that, again, was a tricky one. I sort of managed to work with the silicone so that when you actually pull the strap off, it still looked like it all blood underneath.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed doing that one as well. That was a good one.
That was like my favourite episode as well.
Yeah. Did you see the burn, the whole body burn?
What one was that?
That was in Children of Earth.
Children of Earth. I did. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because
8 hours to do that.
Wow. Yeah, because that was when Captain Jack was regenerating, wasn't it? From when he'd been blown up.
Yeah.
Also, talking in the episode's fragments, Jack has a flashback to his time with the Victorian Torchwood team.
Yeah.
Jack sort of obviously his style was very different with that. Was there sort of any input from him as to how that would be achieved, or?
No input from John was the fact he didn't want glue putting on those sideboards, and he kept screaming every time I put them on because he doesn't like any facial hair or anything like that, and that was an absolute nightmare to try and get him to have those sideboards, and I had to have special glue made for him because he gets allergic to everything.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean that was a bit of a challenge, putting sideboards on John Barrowman, who doesn't like anything on his face.
Because I know in several of sort of like the behind the scenes things, he sort of mentioned that sort of like, you know, that Captain Jack doesn't have any like moustaches or anything. So I could imagine him being a bit like, oh no, I don't want that.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, John's got a very strong opinion of what Captain Jack should be like and how he should and shouldn't be. But he was fine with the sideboard for that. It made it look like the period. It had to, it had to look like that, yeah. Because, I mean, if he didn't have that, he would have just looked the same as he does now, you know. Sort of thing. So you did have to sort of ring the change there just a little bit. But most of the time, Captain Jack has to look as he always does, because he doesn't age, it doesn't change, you know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's just trying to get everything sort of to look the same, isn't it? Which must be, you know, quite hard. The one episode that I also quite liked was the Captain Jack Harkness episode of all the sort of like 40s glamour and everything.
40s one, yeah.
Which everything just all the girls, you know, they look so sort of like lovely with all their makeup and stuff. Was that quite sort of like challenging? Because I can imagine trying to sort of like get like the main cast done and then sort of like all the extras would be quite.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I used to have like quite a big band of girls to come in and help me.
Yeah.
There was about at some point I think we had about 10 girls working on it because of all the extras. And, you know, and also getting the lip colour, the right colour. Again, going back to high definition, because reds are a very difficult colour on high definition.
Yeah.
To get the right red lipstick for that period and get it looking right on high definition was really hard to get the right colour. But, you know, I think we managed that to get that looking good. And also because there was a lot of wigs, again, on high definition, you've got to be careful. So it's quite good, really, because the costumes had hats on, so that helped with the wigs and stuff.